Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you are watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. So if you're new here, what I usually do on this channel is I show you a deck from my personal collection and I just talk about it. I show you all of the cards, I talk about the card stock, how it shuffles, and at the end, you choose a card to read and we read from the guidebook. I have timestamps on all of the sections down below if you're just interested in a particular part, and just feel free to click on a section if that is just what you want to see from this video. Today we'll be talking about the Wisdom of Tula. So this is a 44 card deck and booklet written by Karen Stuth and art by Diana Gates Dunn. I've been wanting to talk about this deck for a while. It's published by Satyama Publishing. And it says, the Wisdom of Tula brings forward 44 exceptionally lovely wisdom cards painted by artist Diana Gates Dunn, based on her artist muse Tula, who first appeared in an abstract painting that later paved the way for a larger body of work. The guidebook, written by author Karen Stuth, brings forward positivity, purpose, and promise, and offers the user a brightly lit path of ideas and messages for living a joyous and abundant life. As you work with the guidebook and the visual cues contained in the art, you will experience the magic and wisdom of Tula, who will infuse you with her inner beauty and insight, offering a luminous beacon of love and hope for all. An ideal wisdom deck for anyone who loves the beauty of art and the inspiration of meaningful words. So, I've been meaning to talk about this deck for a while. I don't see it a lot on TarotTube, and it's a really special deck for me. So this has been out since 2014, so it's been out for a while. Maybe that's why I don't see it a lot, but yeah. So in the guidebook, you have a table of contents, an introduction, who is Tula, why use a wisdom card deck, how to use the deck, and then you go into the meanings of the cards. So in the introduction, it talks about who is Tula, and actually, so the artist, Diana Gates Dunn, stumbled upon her in a painting, and it was named Tula by the artist. And that inspired her to illustrate Tula. And it says here, Tula is featureless and faceless because she embodies each of us. As you work with this card deck, Tula invites you to put yourself into each painting, seeing your face as hers, sharing her insight, her wisdom, and her journey. So, each of us contains the many facets of Tula, who, like a brilliantly cut diamond, sparkles and shines and catches the light. This card deck and booklet was created so you can spend part of each day with Tula and as Tula. She invites you to look upon her as a mirror, to experience your own beauty, to live from your own grateful heart, and to eternally blossom. So I like that. So why use a wisdom card deck? How to use this deck? And then you go into the meanings of each card. It is alphabetically. It is ordered alphabetically, so it's easy to find. What you're looking for, and at the end you also have here the index of the paintings, and then you have here about the author, so Diana, the artist, as well as the author and other works by Diana. Okay, so let's talk about the card stock. It is a glossy card stock. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. Actually, it feels quite sturdy, but a little bit cardboardy. These are the backs. They are not reversible. I'm not sure how I feel about the backs, honestly. I don't really like it as much, but yeah, it doesn't really bother me. And then yeah, so it is out of order because I have been using this deck, and let me just zoom in so we can take a closer look at all of the cards. Okay, so the art is mostly borderless except for the border at the bottom with a keyword. This is magic. And Tula is represented again as a faceless, featureless female figure, so that you can either spend time or like put yourself in Tula's shoes. So keyword bullseye. Now in my case, this deck is special to me because it reminds me so much of my grandparents, my grandmothers specifically. More so my grandmother on my mother's side, or actually I'm not even sure. But when I first flipped through this deck, And actually, every time I flip through this deck, and I'm feeling it now, I feel goosebumps. And I don't feel that with a lot of decks that I own. And I don't know, I know some readers or some people who have their collections, and they feel that with each deck. It doesn't work for me that way, but this deck just feels very strongly about wisdom or messages or guidance coming from maybe my ancestors, or but to me it feels like my grandmother. But yeah, especially this card, I mean, I see myself more as this little girl than Tula. Yeah, I do get goosebumps with this deck. So teacher, my maternal grandmother was a teacher, and so she's passed a long time. I think over 10 years already, but I do miss her. And yeah, this, especially this card, I think really, really, anyway, let's move on. But yeah, this deck, I feel, connects me with that older wisdom. Because I was going to say ancient wisdom. It's not ancient wisdom. It's just, it feels like it connects me to messages that they want to let me know. So it feels it feels very, very much, it's a very gentle, very guiding kind of energy. And honestly, I have a lot of decks, but very few make me feel this strongly about them. Wide open. And the art style itself, although I was drawn to it initially because of the art style, I wouldn't say it's something that I am, or is my usual aesthetic. Canvas. Stewardship. So yeah, sometimes it reminds me of my grandmother from my mom's side, and then it reminds me of my grandmother from my dad's side, and it's just something about this deck. And I when I was looking for flip throughs, I just stumbled upon it, and I was trying to look for more images, more reviews before I purchased it. But I'm just so glad that even though I didn't watch a lot, I did, because it really is special for me. Perspective. I also like the keywords intuition. Circles. The colors are also bright. I think the glossy cardstock kind of helps with that. Actually, it's not super saturated. It's colorful. Let me see if I turn off my light, if you have a better idea. So it's colorful, but it isn't exactly in your face bright. Is this better? Than if I have my light on? So you have a more accurate representation of the color. Because it is also a little, oh my god, I don't know how to describe things. It's not in your face bright. It's colorful, but it feels a little muted as well, or dark. No, not muted. So I know nothing about art, so it's really difficult for me to describe what I'm seeing. So I'm just hoping that you can see it through the camera. And I turned off my light, so I only have my overhead lights up, so maybe this is a better depiction of the true color. And yeah, the keywords here, very, very to the point. And I also like how the guidebook is written for this. And yeah, every time I take this out, every time I flip through it, the energy is strong with this one. And again, even though I have a lot of decks, I don't get that reaction or that physical. It's not, it doesn't happen to me that way. It's not always like a magical experience when I look through cards. Definitely I get a lot of use out of all of my decks, but this is a connection. It's like a connection to my ancestors, a connection to my grandparents, my grandmothers, and wisdom that they maybe didn't teach me or weren't able to teach me. And I am a very emotional person. I get emotional quickly. I do try to hold it in. But yeah, something about this deck really triggers me to think about or to connect with them that way. And I feel like there is wisdom that they have left to teach me. And even though that they are gone, I can still get it from this. Okay, so I turned back the light and I zoomed out just so you can see how this shuffles. So because of the glossy cardstock, it does tend to be a little bit sticky, but I don't mind it. Honestly, there's a lot of things about this deck that I don't mind. I'm not usually a fan of glossy cardstock. It doesn't really shuffle as well as I want. It doesn't really mix as well, but yeah, you shuffle. I can shuffle it different ways, usually with the corners because it is a little bit bigger. And let me just shuffle it one more time. Okay, so I can refill it that way or sideways, just so just drop it like that. But for the overhand, it does tend to clump a little, so I do have to be a bit more mindful to try and separate it because of the glossy cardstock. But overall, it shuffles quite well. Now let's see if we can get a card to read. Oops, sorry. Oops. Okay. Let's choose this one. Authenticity. And let me just get the guidebook and read what it says. Okay. So, authenticity. Tula's love for Sven has endured the test of time because it is built on a solid foundation of authenticity and honesty. Honesty does not mean using brutal candor as a weapon that can often hurt more than help, nor is authenticity an excuse to act without regard for the sensibilities and feelings of others. Authenticity is born when you ask others for what you want and need without reliance on the other for personal completion. It develops naturally when you know your own beliefs, ideals, standards, and expectations, and when you can hold those values as you move down your path without judgment of others. Tula and Sven are each comfortably willing to be wrong, to fail, and to follow their internal compass. Although Tula and Sven are independent of each other, they are also profoundly joined at the level of their hearts. They don't require each other's constant presence, nor has one disappeared into the other's needs. Their individual wholeness, which is a beautiful product of living an authentic life, is one of the ways they offer each other love. Their authenticity is an intimate experience. If this card has chosen you, consider places in your life where the integrity of being fully authentic with another can increase the love and respect between you. These relationships are some of the most meaningful and rewarding of our lives. And yeah, I like that how that is written. I want to choose another one, just so you have an idea of what I mean when I say that it feels like it's advice from my grandparents. So here is reconnection, and it says, there are times when we tend to create space in our life to re-engage with ourselves and our dreams. People often try to accomplish this by retreating into other people, places, things, substances, or experiences. We seek escape instead of healing from or reconnecting with ourselves. Reconnection doesn't require going to a beach, a spa, or leaving life behind. Do you need to recover from trauma or need a moment to find your footing? Tula has learned that real reconnection and the emotional balance it provides can occur through merely stepping into the present moment to observe without judgment, by being fully aware at the level of her senses, and by noticing as if from a great distance what she is feeling or experiencing. In this way, Tula reconnects with herself, obtains the space she needs between what is happening around her and what is truly happening inside her. Come to a full stop and follow your breath, breathing in gratitude and breathing out everything that is blocking it. Take a moment to experience your body, one sense at a time. By observing your emotions and feelings without judgment and giving yourself breathing room anywhere or at any time, you can quickly reconnect to your joy, which is your natural birthright. So, yeah, to me, this deck just feels very wise. Beyond my years. And that's why maybe I feel like it's connecting me with my grandmothers, or with that energy. Abundance, new beginnings, stewardship, and yeah, something very special. This deck is still available. I got it from Amazon, and I think it is really worth adding to your collection if you are interested or if you are drawn to it. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe to me this deck is magic. Maybe to others it's not. But yeah, I really like this deck. It's very special to me. Squeaky wheel, quiet confidence. And yeah, so that has been the Wisdom of Tula. I hope you like it. I hope you find this video helpful. What do you think? Let me know. I like reading your comments. And yeah, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to click on the like button. Oh, where is my teacher card? Did I skip it? I was actually looking for it. And did I miss it? Sorry. Because I wanted that to be here. Okay. I want to leave it with this card. This is Wisdom of Tula. Yeah, so what was I saying? So that has been the flip through of the Wisdom of Tula. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my little story time. And thank you for being here. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to click on the like and do consider subscribing to my channel. See you again next time. Bye!